Black-footed ferrets rely almost entirely on prairie dogs for their food and use prairie dog burrows for their shelter. So if those animals are wiped out, so are the ferrets. So the conservation effort for black-footed ferrets is as much about vaccinating and protecting prairie dogs that live in the ferret's habitat as it is about the ferrets themselves. Now you might be wondering, how do you get prairie dogs interested in chowing down on plague vaccines? The team put out baits in the lab that had been flavored with either peanut butter, sweet potato, blueberry, or not flavored at all. Researchers then let the prairie dogs loose on them and watched to see which baits were gobbled up the fastest. And peanut butter was the go-to, which Rock said is unsurprising since lots of animals, including rodents, love peanut butter. So biologists had their vaccine and they had a way to feed it to the animals, but now they needed a way to actually get the bait to the animals. Now the simplest way, of course, would be to just walk around spreading bait out like lawn seed. But they needed to drop 50 baits per acre and spread them out evenly in a 9x9 meter grid over thousands of acres. Hand drops just weren't gonna cut it. So in 2016, they developed and then tested 3 different robotic vaccine bait delivery systems. One was a drone that would drop baits one by one. The second was an ATV that again dropped single baits, and the third was an ATV that could drop 3 pellets at a time. After a few engineering tweaks, the team came up with their ultimate design, a triple shooter that could be mounted on either an ATV or a drone. Imagine basically like a paintball gun crossed with a gumball machine. Using a trigger that is synced to a GPS, the device pops 1 pellet out underneath it, while at the same time shooting a bait 9 meters out on either side. And you can even double up on the dispensers and have one person drive an ATV and another fly the drone for even more efficient pellet shooting power. Now the team says there are still improvements they want to make. The device does still sometimes get jammed, for example, but overall, it's a pretty good system.